As this first special session continues at the Capitol, we're waiting on when the impeachment trial of suspended Attorney General Ken Paxton will start. The Senate will start the trial no later than August 28th. This past week, we finally heard from Paxton's legal team. Noted Houston attorney Tony Busby will lead the effort. He and Dan Cogdell spoke at the Texas Republican Party headquarters on Wednesday, criticizing the Texas House.
If you're going to impeach or attempt to impeach a statewide official, that you would not only have witnesses who are under oath, who testify, but that you would also have documents that you rely upon, and that you would also prepare a report. So the people of Texas could say, oh, House, now I understand what you did. What could only be described as a drive-by shooting on a holiday weekend to politically assassinate one of the leading conservative voices, not only in Texas, but also in the United States.
Busby didn't directly address the substance of most of the allegations against Paxton. The AG faces 20 articles of impeachment connected to allegations of abuse of office. Capitol correspondent Monica Madden actually got to interview the lawyers hired by the House, Rusty Hardin and Dick DeGuerin. Like Busby, those are some big names in the Texas legal universe. You might remember we told you last week about some of the cases they've been involved in, from high-profile politicians to professional athletes, as well as other celebrities. She asked them why they took this case for the Texas House.
You know, as a trial lawyer and as a criminal defense lawyer, we're very much involved in evaluating the facts and the law of a case, whether it's from the defense side or the prosecution side. And so it's really not much different from what we do every day. And that is try to figure out where the evidence is going to lead us.
We've each prosecuted Republicans. We have each defended Republicans. We've prosecuted Democrats. We have defended Democrats. I think we go where the evidence takes us and where we have a client that we want to represent. In this case, it's the state of Texas. House of Representatives, and I think we owe that to the community at large. When somebody in public service like that calls, I think we should always find time to step in.
Rusty, you've made an emphasis just now and during that first press conference about the need for a fair and transparent process. I know you all don't dictate the rules of how this trial operates in the Senate, but I guess, why do you think there's any reason why the Senate might not make that a public process? Is that why you're really kind of emphasizing the need for that?
I didn't really want to be suggesting some nefarious agenda on the other parts of other people. I meant simply, we have no knowledge as to what the rules are going to be. And so the Senate is going to announce them on the 20th. And I'm voicing what we hope those rules will be. But I do want to be the voice for the public that says, we want to know. Let me give you an example. You've heard this idea that the rule of forgiveness, that somehow the public knew and they still reelected him. Well, it's very important to remember, the public didn't know. The public knew some general ideas, but what this investigation over the last 2 months did was show there's a tremendous amount of support for the allegations that the public has not heard as yet.
Yeah, and in addition to that, the very first impeachment in the history of Texas was in 1917, and Jim Ferguson tried to say that he'd just been elected and therefore the forgiveness doctrine should apply. Well, the Supreme Court of Texas said no, it doesn't apply in impeachment proceedings. That's not what this is about. This is not a criminal trial. This is a trial to assure the people of Texas have an honest attorney general.
One of the things both Hardin and DeGuerin wanted to stress to Monica is that they say the impeachment process doesn't require a crime to be a basis for impeachment. They say the evidence surrounding Paxton will show he should not be allowed to hold public office. It is worth noting, late Thursday night, real estate developer Nate Paul was arrested and appeared before a federal judge Friday in Austin. He now faces 8 counts of making false statements. The Department of Justice claims Paul did so for the purpose of influencing monitoring the actions of financial institutions while applying for loans. FBI agents examined Paul's office and home in 2019. He is at the center of the allegations against Paxton, including claims he bribed the Attorney General by paying for renovations to his Austin home. Both Paul and Paxton have denied the allegations. The past, present, and future of voting rights on display in Texas as the Supreme Court makes another ruling further shaping the landmark law.
Deep in my heart, I do believe that Americans want their fellow citizens to be able to vote.
More on the thoughts from the daughter of President LBJ on the legacy of their family and the Voting Rights Act.